It was a year ago in October when we first had our meetings. Dr. Shoemate was in there, Tom was there, Lynn was there, and we started talking about this idea of how can we meld auto and business together. And you know, there are 3 R's that are kind of buzzwords around the whole nation: rigor, relevance, and relationships. And so we talk a lot about making school relevant. Class Act, thank you from Southern High School and our students for helping education be relevant for them in a business setting. And students, I think we ought to give them a hand. Thank you so much for being a part of today and this grand opening kickoff. And we have Class Act board members here. Miss Madonna Flood, our councilwoman, is here. We've got Dr. Hargens, our superintendent. We have our board chair, Miss Porter, that is here. And then Linda Duncan, who is our board member for this area. And then we also have the Chamber of Commerce here. So it is a big special day, and I appreciate all of you coming out. As I said, from a Southern perspective, these students have given up a lot of their summer to training, and then they are running the branches. So you'll have an opportunity, if you wish to go up to the satellite where the kids at lunch can use the credit union. So it is a big deal for us. It's a special time for us. And so I'm going to introduce our board member, Miss Linda Duncan, to come and say a word about what today means.
I'll speak on this. Well, this is a very proud day for me. I remember when we first had the auto tech program put in place, we talked about a dream of using the showroom as a place where we could actually sell some of the cars. And that was just a dream for a long time. So it's a real thrill for me today to see this become a reality. And, you know, I just want to thank a bunch of people. I want to thank Class Act for that clear investment in our students and in the community at large. And I want to thank Mr. Watson and all of you students who gave up your summer, gave up so much of the summer. I think it was 6 weeks for training for this, and how proud we are of you for taking this challenge on, and you're utilizing this investment that Class Act has given us. And I want to thank Mr. Hibbard for his can-do atmosphere that he's created here at Southern High School, and I really appreciate that. And I also want to thank Dr. Hargens, our superintendent, for the overall vision that is helping inspire us all to drive toward career readiness and college readiness. And with that, I would like to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Donna Hargens.
Thank you, Board Member Duncan. It's such a pleasure to be here, to be part of really what is such a great day. And I want to thank Principal Hibberts. Every time I am here, there's such a purposeful atmosphere, and I love purple. So, and I'd like to thank Dr. Brian Shoemate and Dana Shoemate here, who were integral in forming this partnership. And of course, Dr. Paige Orman is here, who's the Achievement Area Assistant Superintendent. And Linda Duncan is everywhere, so it doesn't surprise me that she's here. And of course, our chair of our board, Diane Porter, is here. But Class Act Federal Credit Union, you're our heroes. Lynn Huether, Tom Annison, Mary Jackie, the tireless efforts to have this happen for us. So this collaboration between JCPS and Class Act is such a shining example of what we can do when we partner together. John Quincy Adams once said, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. So our vision, our board-approved vision, is that all JCPS students graduate prepared. And our mission is instruction that inspires. And through the partnerships with this credit union, this is instruction that inspires. It's inspiring to see students who care so much about their education and their preparation. And I'm sure all of these students have been in class at least one time where they wondered, why do I have to learn this? How do I apply what I'm learning to real life? But I bet that doesn't happen in this setting because you are actually learning by doing. So about 5 years ago, the career themes were established in our high schools. So business and IT became an integral part here at Southern. And it really makes learning relevant for our students. And it's all about making sure that our students are college and career ready and that they can take on the world and be globally competitive with anyone in this country or across the world. So Class Act Federal Credit Union, it's so inspiring to see you committed to the success of our students and the success of education in general. So I want to thank Class Act Federal Credit Union for being a leader and to inspire others to also do these kinds of things. So Lynn Huether, the CEO of Class Act Federal Credit Union, thank you for your leadership. Thank you for what Class Act Federal Credit Union does for all of us. And it is my pleasure to introduce Lynn Huether.
Well, I too would like to welcome each and every one of you all here today. It is a very exciting moment. I feel honored that I get to be up here representing Class Act Federal Credit Union as the CEO, and I really did none of this. So I really want to thank Tom Ananson, our Executive Vice President, Mary Jackie, who is our Community Outreach Coordinator, and Bridget Walker, who has been overseeing all the training that took place over the summer with these students. Every day they were telling me this is the best, brightest group of students that they have ever had. We've been in this program for 3 years with Doss High School. That program is up and running well, and we're so grateful that Principal Hibbert has been welcoming for Class Act to come in and start our second branch here at Southern High School. Several years ago, our board of directors and our management team took on a strategic initiative, and that was to become the credit union for the educational community. And we meant that from the most sincerest part of our heart. Not only did we want to serve the Jefferson County Public School employees, but we also wanted to help bring financial education, financial literacy to the students, because these students are the future of our community. When Greater Louisville, Inc. Did a study several years ago and found what our community needed to be able to go forward and become a #1 city, education was at the forefront. And what we hope that we're able to bring to these students is a reality. They come in here and they are learning credit union operations, they're learning how finance works, they're learning it both from a personal perspective as well as a professional perspective. And I would be honored to have any one of these students come and work at our credit union after they graduate from high school. With our partnership with JCPS and the Business and Information Technology program, we feel like that we are really building a great partnership. We hope that we are able to continue on now with the third school. There are 3 districts, and in a few years be able to bring another high school into their other program at Eastern. But again, I just want to thank you all for being here today. I cannot tell you how much this means to our credit union, to our board of directors, our management, and our staff, that we have this partnership with Jefferson County Public Schools, and we are in it to win it. And with that, I would like to at this time introduce Lydia Duncan, Lydia Reed, and she is with Greater Louisville, Inc., and she has a few words to say to you at this time.
Thank you, Lynn, for that wonderful introduction. This is truly, truly amazing and exciting. I represent Greater Louisville, Inc., the Metro Chamber of Commerce. We are your Chamber of Commerce. We are your Chamber of Commerce and the Economic Development Agency for the region. And what makes this so exciting is that there is nothing more that is going to drive our economy than talented, educated workforce. And how much, I can't even get the right word, how much better to see it than to see what Class Act Federal Credit Union and JCPS is doing together. This is such a prime example of what can happen when business and education collaborate and come together and look at what our community needs. And as I mentioned, and as you've heard, definitely it's our talented and educated workforce that's happening right here at Southern High School, and it's going to be working for Class Act Federal Credit Union or somewhere else, that's going to continue to lead our community and our economy. So I'm just getting chills thinking about what you all are going to be able to do and what this means to this community, and what an example this sets for us as a business community, that we could have more partnerships like this that could continue to drive our growth and success as a business and a well-educated, talented community. Dr. Hargens mentioned inspiration and instruction that inspires, and what better, again, example of what that can do. And it is that instruction that inspires that can lead to innovation and ideas, like what we're seeing here, and that's what we need in our community. So I applaud Class Act Federal Credit Union and Southern High School and all of you here for helping make this happen. So let's go ahead and do another wonderful round of applause. Thank you. And now, Bryce, I believe.
There's proud moments as a parent and there's proud moments as a principal. And when you get to introduce one of your own students and know that they are top-notch, I get that privilege today. So to speak to you from a student's perspective about what this means to our kids, Diana Lalata will come and share with you some thoughts.
Good morning. My name is Diana, and I'm a senior here at Southern High School. I first became involved with the Class Act over the summer for the 6 weeks training, and I was offered the opportunity to work in a real-world environment. And for this, it was a very strenuous 6-week training process, but it definitely helped me to improve my work ethic and social skills. And not only did we shadow the tellers, we got to learn about their duties, and we got to shadow several departments of the credit union, including the loans department, the accounting, and member relations officers. We spent at least 3 weeks working on the teller line. And not only did we make transactions for members, we provided certain financial services. We learned how to open accounts. We learned how to make teller checks, money orders, and even MasterCard payments. And I'd like to say that we have mastered the intricate process of opening a new account for a member. And in addition to becoming financially educated, I have learned to be efficient in customer service. Through my experiences with Class Act, I know to greet every member with a smile. I've learned the importance of responsibility, trust, and especially confidentiality. In every financial institution, confidentiality is a vital part of keeping money safe. And I'd like to say that we have perfected keeping confidentiality for each member. Class Act has also helped me to improve myself, not only as a working student, but as a person. I've learned to be self-motivated and driven towards success. I now understand the importance of hard work and its positive results in the workplace. I've also become much more open to new ideas, and I've learned to cooperate with others. So I'd like to give a big thank you to Class Act. And for Class Act, it's not just a job for us, but it's a life-changing experience. And I am more than ecstatic to see what else the credit union has to offer for not only me, but for my peers. Class Act has taught me so much in such little time, and I look forward to the success of our branch at Southern High School.
At this time, we're going to have the ribbon cutting ceremony. Ready? 1, 2, 3.